Hey, welcome back to the show. And if you're new here, great. Come on in, sit back and relax. I'm Campbell from Kiwi Joe Customs and Collections. That's us. Also, the co-host for the Barracks podcast. Great. Now, I've selected these body parts to make a special kit bash for Nate, the Retro Tinker. So please check that channel out. It's absolutely awesome. So, without further ado, everybody, let's get into it and see what we can do. Okay, so as I said before, I'm happy with the body parts I'm going to be using for this Nate, the Robo Retro Tinker or Robo Tinker. So I think what I need to do straight off the bat is take them apart and get ready for some sanding and painting. And I've already removed the screw. So how about that? I'm already ahead of schedule. I'm not going to use this O-ring. You can see it's totally buggered. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to give this a real quick sand. Nothing too major. So I just got this light grit sandpaper. It's wet or dry, and I'll just do a light sanding. I won't do it now because it's gonna be annoying. A lot of people comment, "Do I actually sand this down any of the parts and figures?" And yes, I do, but I do it behind the scenes. So, okay, with all of it sanded down, except for the head, of course, we'll let it outside. Uh, let's put this body on my stand here. Move that to one side. And I've got my special sort of magnifying clippy arm tool. So those arms will go on here. Good as gold. Sweet. Move that to one side as well. And put the legs right on here. So as I said before, this is on my previous content and videos, whatever you want to call it. The old stretches sled here, but this makes perfect for painting. So move that aside. I've got the crutch, which I'll do a little bit later, and obviously the head. So I just want to concentrate on this body first of all, and picking a colour. Right, so the colour scheme I want to go for is obviously olive green XF58. Yeah, that's the same colour. Oh no, this is my makeup one. This colour, which I use for the Slaughters Marauders, and olive drab, which is XF62. So I want to use this as my base coat, and that will be majority for the uniform with a sort of like a digital. Going to try and do a digital camouflage effect, hopefully. So anyway, let's get into this and start painting. carry on painting on this, and I'll show you what this looks like pretty soon. While I'm at it, I might as well also paint these pants behind the scenes as well. So, see you soon. Okay, so this is the first coat of the olive drab XF62. So once that's dried, I reckon it'll look pretty mean. So just remember, this is going to be a Cyborg. So as I said, the Robo Tinker. The arms here are the last things I did. So still a little bit wet. Once again, once it's dried, and put another coat on, it will definitely start taking place. Alright, I want to try something a little bit new here. So I want to put this figure together, but without the head. So look, don't need the head at the moment. We'll just leave it aside. And look, get the O-ring, and I like to put the O-ring in the pliers and stretch it a bit. It just makes it so much easier to put this figure together. Okay, now let's undo the screw. Trusty Phillips screwdriver. Off we go. Nah, still in there. A little bit more. Unscrewed. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Okay, put the O-ring onto the T-hook. Thread it through the crutch piece or the waist. And I like to use the screwdriver just to sort of hook it in. Like so. There you go. Yeah, loop it onto the waist piece. I mean the chest piece. You guys seen all this before, and even if you knew you haven't, there you go. Put the arms on. Beautiful. Right, start putting the screw back on. Go on, get in there, tap. There you go. Right, that's nice and tight. Okay, let's get ready to start this new sort of work I'm going to be doing. And hopefully it'll work out alright. Okay, so I've got a series of sponges here. I'll chop this up. But I'm looking at putting this, dipping in paint, and adding that as camouflage. So I'm going to start off with my makeshift lime green sort of look that I did for the Soldiers Marauders. Okay, so I've got the sponge cut up, and I've got myself some tweezers, and let's simply just blotch it into the paint, and sort of get the excess off the paper, and there you go, just add it on to the figure, sort of like real random like, no real pattern to be honest. Just sort of seeing what I can use. Yeah, just putting it all over the show. That looks pretty cool, I like that. I reckon let's add a bit more colour to that, and, you know, some on the back. I reckon I'll carry on with this. I'll add about probably 2 more other colours involved, and we'll see how we go. And you can see I've added in another sponge and that dark green, and that's starting to really take shape with the camouflage. I reckon once I put in another colour after that, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous, or close to it. Okay, so I'm going to use the colour yellow brown XF92. I think it's kind of close to like a desert colour look to it, but I think it's what it needs. So I'm going to regret this, I think, maybe, I hope not. I'm going to use a different kind of sponge. I'll soon see how it looks. It doesn't look too shabby. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with this. Yeah, that's come out real well. So it's subtle changes to the figure. Yep, I'm impressed. I'm happy with it. I'll go and carry on with this, and let's add a bit of music to it. Hey guys. I figure while that's waiting, wait for it to dry, I might as well start doing a few of the details. So I'll look at painting this communication device on the arm, the grenades and strap, this calculator here, and the boots. So I probably will do the boots first. So I'll put this into my stand. Sweet. Okay, to paint the calculator and these boots and the communicator, I'll be using the metallic grey XF56. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'll paint the rest behind the scenes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So don't go away. See you real soon. Okay, so that's where I got up to so far. As you can see, I still need to take the figure apart and paint that belt. But that's not an issue. It's, I think I'll paint it black. It's probably the best bet, really. But it's starting to look like a, slowly but surely, cybernetic soldier, or as I like to call him, Nate the Robo Tinker. I'm absolutely digging the woodland digital camouflage. It's subtle, but it makes a lot of difference. I love it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to make the accessories that go with Nate the Robo Tinker. And what I have here is Cesspool's arm. And why I chose that is because it looks robotic and really cool. You can see I've already drawn a line here. So there's enough of this sort of farting around. Let's go ahead and do it. So what I've got is my Cedo rotary tool with the cutting wheel. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Leave me, baby, don't wanna fall again. This just hurt me. Just think about it, but you hold me like you don't wanna break. I need some space. Just think about it. Maybe separate is better. I will love you till forever.
Okay, so I've cut just enough so you can see it's flexible. So I reckon I can snap it right off. There we go. Come on. Yep, just like that. Beautiful. Well, not exactly. I need to clean it up, but let's go ahead and do it right now. That's it. It's all cut. It's looking pretty good. Well, I'll just get the sanding sort of board and give it a light sand. So get rid of the roughness and make it more even. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Basically what I'm doing here is get rid of all the roughness and try to make it as flat as possible. But yeah, that's looking pretty good now. Okay, now what I want to do next is work out exactly, and I'm doing this in pretty much a crude way. I just dropped the hand. So what I want to do, as I said before, is a crude but I'm hoping effective way of marking out where I should put the center of this hand. I know I could have like measured it up and put triangles and all that sort of bullshit, but hey, it might be a bit lazy, but that looks like it's close enough. You cannot, yeah, there you go, you can see the pin mark there. That looks pretty close to me. Maybe a little bit skewy. So, alright. Now, before I start drilling this into this, I need to create an indent. And I've got a bright idea. Got the old candle. I'll heat up this paper clip. And you know what I'm doing. Yep, I'm going to sort of put the heater into the plastic, and it should create enough indent for me to draw a hole in there. And it should be able to keep it pretty much on par. I say should, and should is loosely, because later on in this video you'll see that it does not work out that way. But nevertheless, I carried on, and well, you'll soon see. So yeah, heating it up, yeah, applying that plastic on there, yeah, it's looks pretty good to me. So yeah, I've moved the candle aside, don't need it anymore. Yeah, take off the excess plastic. So I need to work out just how thick that is, that sort of peg. And I'll get my digital calipers out and make sure that it's zeroed in. So clean it up, wipe it away. So they're properly zeroed. And let's have a look at what it is. 1.98, no, 2 mils. 99, yeah, let's just say it's 2 mils. Yeah, 2 mils exactly. With a give or take. So I'll get a 2 mil drill bit. And we will start drilling pretty soon. Okay, so slow and steady. Let's go ahead and drill this new hole for the hand. I don't need to go in too deep, just enough to get in there and make sure the hand holds. And this is where I notice that I'm slowly starting to go off center. But I still carry on. Okay, let's test out this new hand. That's not too bad. Probably just goes, I need to drill a little bit more in. Just a wee little bit. Slow and steady wins the race. There we go. Don't need too much. Take off that excess bit. Alright, let's have another shot. And even though that's sort of off-centered, that looks pretty good. A little bit longer, so I think what I'll do is, behind the scenes, I'll probably sand that. And she should be all good. Alright, now I reckon it's time to start painting that hand. And once again, I'll be using the metallic grey XF56. Alright, now I want to add some accessories, especially with the go to the arm. And I want this chainsaw, which should be with buzzer, but it's from the accessory pack. And as well, I'll talk about the accessory pack. This rocket launcher, which is from the Snow Serpent, so I want to use that as well. And I'm kind of thinking about using this from the Tele Viper, but from the opposite end. And I'm not sure about the other parts. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm pretty sure I definitely want to cut this from here. That is most definite. I want to chop that. And yeah, I think it'll sit a lot better like that actually. Yeah, from that angle. So I just need to mark it off. Like so. Just a rough line. It doesn't need to be perfect. and do the same. I reckon I want to chop the chainsaw about there, yeah. So I'll go ahead and start getting that marked up and get ready to use the, once again, the rotary tool cutting blade. Okay, so I'll chop this down to this length, and you know what? Lo and behold, there's already a hole that's in there. It must be like an air bubble, but it's going to help me out. And I definitely want to use this piece. Like, Nate is also a welder like myself, so I reckon this could be like a plasma cutter / welder combined. And with this sort of chainsaw, I've got this pistol, and I've already drilled a hole in there, and I've got a bit of in groove, so add a bit of super glue to this, just a wee bit, and glue it on there. I'm going to use my super glue, and as soon as I sort of sit this down, yeah, anyway, so I'm going to use my super glue and baking soda technique, which makes it set like almost like stone or rock. And these are alone. Probably do the opposite side as well. I want to give the extra bit of strength. Let that glue and baking soda work its magic. That's absolutely brilliant. And that is the chainsaw. So here we go. The hand, the chainsaw, and just bring my little tool here. So yep, the plasma cutter and welding, and also the missile launcher is painted. Leave it alone to dry. So Nate has told me that he's also got a ginger beard. Oh, used the wrong paint bottle. This is the one I've made up. So it's like a rusty brown orange, which is, he says his hair is like, his beard is a bit orangey colour. So let's go ahead and start painting that. But before I do, I want to say, like, guys, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And just let you know that I do have a channel membership side of this. So hey, please check that out. But hey, let's get into this. Right, as I said before, look at it. That is a rusty orangey coloured brown. It looks pretty good, to be honest. Hopefully it's the same hair colour what he's got. Don't worry, soon after this I'm gonna basically contact him if it's the right colour. It is what it is, and it's gonna stay. But yeah, I'm quite loving it. I've got an idea for this colour for a later on custom, so stick around, people. Not on this figure, but stick around for a future project. Anyway, yeah, so we're getting along here. And normally I like to take the head off and do this on my little tool, but I'm pretty sure I can actually paint this beard while the figure is still attached. And looks like I can very well. Okay, so I'm almost done with the head. I've got one more thing I want to put on, which is I've made this. This is like an eyepiece for him, but I wanted to so it removes. So what I'll do, I've got myself a, see if you can find it, like a little pin there, and I will get that with some heat. I've got it on a pair of pliers here, holding onto that, and I've got my candle, which has been going for quite a while, and I'll heat that up. And I reckon I want to put that just where the beard is. And it's cool down. So, because I mucked around too much. Right, so that's done. I've already put a hole on this originally. So I'll fit that through. It's good as gold. That will fit on here. There we go, click. And what I want to do is actually mark that off and then trim it with a pair of size snips. Okay, so that's trimmed off now. I just want to add a bit of super glue on that. So I'll just dab a bit of glue on here. And using my tool I made from what I saw with Toy Polloi. And I just want to put a bit of glue on this part. So that's like a targeting system with radio head, you know, mic, whatever. So I will need to paint that eyepiece black, or the front of it. I need to paint it some more, but so what I'll do is I'll ever so carefully. So I decided to paint the eye red X7. Part of me thinks I should choose a different colour. That would definitely require another coat, but I'm happy with that. So what's left to go on is something on his chest piece, and I basically cut this out using Charball's sort of flame backpack, and all I need to do is actually just put in a bit of super glue. Right, so and just put this on here. And that's not too shabby. What I'll do is I'll just quickly just paint that part black a bit. And over here. And everybody, may I present to you Nate, the Robo Tinker. So yeah, this figure is based on the actual Nate, the Retro Tinker. Please check that channel out, it's absolutely wonderful. Look at the cybernetic look to them. By using the bat body and a new head sculpt, I've got to say the cybernetic look on his head, the antenna and mic looks absolutely amazing. He's got that military sort of cyborg, like Universal Soldier look to him, without actually doing the crazy enough. I'm going to take this figure off and come in a bit closer. We're going to talk about his accessories pretty soon, especially his arm. So yeah, the backpack is from the Battle Android Trooper, and we'll look at taking his arm off pretty soon. And let's getting that popping off. It's a little bit tricky. Coming off pretty soon. I've got to say that chainsaw looks absolutely badass, man. Like he's getting ready to cut up some logs. If I make a diamond tooth, which it originally is from Buzzer, probably could cut up metal, God knows what. The rocket launcher, oh my god, that is so sick. Probably a bit too big for his hands, but hey, that's a cybernetic arm. Not an issue. Not an issue whatsoever. And we'll get ready to put on the plasma cutter / welder pretty soon. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. So he's ready to do some plasma cutting, some welding, any jobs around at home. He can do it. He can do it with the cybernetic arm. Literally, I love this. I think I need to track down some more figures and body parts to make my own Nate.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze, in the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing, let the rhythm collide. I'm the king of this groove with the catchy hook. Got the ladies moving and the fellas shook. Then it's endless summer when worries turn to glory. Just down the boulevard with the top down low. Music blasting loud, feeling the flow. Neon lights flicker in the night's embrace. Lost in the moment, in this rhythmic chase. Catching glances from strangers as I pass them by. In the city of dreams where stars light up the sky.
Well, everybody, I sure hope you enjoyed this. I know Nate's going to love this figure, so please, anyway, check out both our channels. Like, share, subscribe, and it's Yojo, everybody, and see ya!